Welcome to the Workplace Hazardous Materials Information System training, tailored specifically for employees, employers, managers, and supervisors in Canada, presented by Whmis. Let's begin in Section 1, where we'll introduce you to Workplace Hazardous Materials Information System, or referred in short form as Whmis. In Lesson 1, we'll provide an overview of Whmis regulations mandated across Canada, stressing the importance of Whmis training for workplace safety nationwide. Then, we'll move on to Lesson 2, where we'll delve into Whmis symbols and labels, explaining their meanings and how they contribute to consistent hazard identification. Next, in Section 2, we'll explore the Whmis classification system. In Lesson 3, we'll cover hazardous materials classification, including an overview of Whmis hazard classes and criteria for classification. We'll also discuss key hazard categories for safe handling. Moving on to Section 3, we'll focus on Whmis training and responsibilities. In Lesson 4, we'll outline the duties of employers and employees under Whmis regulations nationwide, stressing the importance of training for effective hazard communication and prevention. Then, in Lesson 5, we'll cover Whmis training requirements, including mandatory training for employees and the frequency of updates and refresher courses for compliance. Now, in Section 4, we'll dive into Whmis hazard communication. In Lesson 6, we'll focus on effective communication of hazards in the workplace, highlighting the importance of clear communication about hazardous materials and methods for effectively communicating Whmis information, including labeling and signage. In Section 5, we'll discuss Whmis best practices. In Lesson 7, we'll provide best practices for handling, storing, and disposing of hazardous materials safely. We'll also emphasize the importance of personal protective equipment, PPE, and ventilation, along with an example of emergency preparedness. Finally, in Section 6, we'll conclude our training by recapping the key learnings applicable to Whmis regulations across Canada. Remember, there will be a quiz at the end to assess your understanding and ensure compliance with Whmis standards. Let's get started.